sold my house, sold my car, closed my business, got all my affairs in order, bought a motorhome, and me with my 2 dogs were away, heading for Europe and beyond. I'm Steve, the Travelling Irishman. Welcome back to the channel. Hi guys, so I've only gone and done it. I'm on the way. Last few months, planning, making arrangements. It's actually quite hard to walk away and deal with all the stuff you have to deal with. Everything from cancelling your television subscription to your tax affairs. The last 2 months have, without doubt, the busiest 2 months of my life, but hopefully leading to the least busy rest of my life. So I bought the camper van at the start of December with a motorhome, and spent a week or so in my father's getting stuff sorted out. My house was sold a couple of months ago, my car was sold a month ago, closed my business down. Then I set out a couple of practice short runs, a couple of nights away from my dad's house, parking up in car parks and stuff. And then I set off for good. A week ago, I had a ferry booked from Rosselaar to Cherbourg in France. And 4 or 5 days to pass beforehand, so I drove up right to the north of Northern Ireland into Donegal and basically did a tour of the coast of Donegal over a period of 2 or 3 days. Then I worked my way back into Northern Ireland, up along the top, from the top of the Antrim coast, right down over a period of a day and a half, which are the routes that are covered in my first few videos, and through Belfast, headed down to Dublin, and arrived in Rosselaar for my ferry on Friday, and decided because it was early I would go into the terminal, the reception, and ask them, I have my dogs with me, was there anything special I needed to do or anything like that. So I went over to the counter and said to the guy, I'm here to going to Rosselaar tonight, and he says, no, you're not going to Rosselaar tonight. I can't believe this happened. And I said, well, I have a ticket here, booked and all. And he says, that time has changed to 2 o'clock this afternoon. And I said to him, this is terrible. He says, did you not get an email updating you with an update? I said, it did not, nor a telephone message or anything else. And he says, have you looked in your spam folder? I said, well, I've had no reason to, but I went in and looked, and right enough it was in my spam folder. So under normal circumstances of life, that would be a disaster in one way or another, but it didn't affect me at all, because it just meant I've now spent another few days. I went right down to Cork, Waterford, inland for a bit, stayed in a caravan site or a camping site, and now I'm back. It's Monday. I'm heading back towards Wexford, which is within a few miles of the ferry. I'm going to stay in a motorhome site tonight, and my ferry, which I didn't have to pay for, they moved my time slot. My ferry's tomorrow evening, and that's it. I'm going to arrive in France. I'm going to quickly get out of France because their COVID situation is pretty dire, and then my first part of my whole life ahead involves driving a fairly long way. I have an appointment in Istanbul to get work done to my teeth, and that's going to take place over a week, and I've only got 4 days to get there. So once I arrive in France, I'm going to drive solidly right across Europe to Turkey. I don't know if I'm going to video or make any videos because you don't want to listen to me talking. You want to see some nice sights, etc. And it's going to be all driving. But I'm on my way. I'm very excited. The couple of weeks that I've had in the motorhome already have bolstered me even more. I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it. I've had to put up with some very cold weather. When it came to what camper van to get, basically you have two choices: new or fairly new, which are very expensive, which are beautiful. But after months of hemming and hawing and looking and going and visiting and viewing, I ended up deciding to go for an older van that's with low mileage, that's been well looked after. You know, still spent quite a lot of money, but the money that is saved not buying a new van is just more time on the road. So a really good van too. I'm a bit messy, and I'd probably feel guilty with the condition I'd keep it in, where with an older van like this I don't have those worries. And I've fallen in love with the van. I keep calling it the van. My dad keeps saying it's not a van, it's a motorhome, but I call it the van, and I'm loving it, loving everything about it. It is a bit old fashioned, but everything's going. Other than one problem with my gas boiler, but everything else is working, and just fantastic. It drives well, touch wood. I think it's just right for me, right size, got all the equipment that I need, and big enough for the dogs, for them to move about. They don't know what to make of it, I don't think. Especially my bigger dog Molly, she's looks a bit confused, but I think they're enjoying it. Basically now, I'm sorted, my van's sorted, my pups are sorted, and Europe here I come, or Europe here we come. But as I said, I'm heading now down for my last night in Ireland, and tomorrow I'm off on the ferry, quite a long, I think it's 18 hours in the ferry to Shoreboard, and then I'm away. So thanks for watching. Sorry it's been such a long time since my last video. I didn't see any point in making a build up to going away video, but once I get to Turkey, I'm going to aim to make 1 or 2 videos a week, more or less along the same lines as my first videos. I'm going to bring you to places that I haven't been and film them and whatever. I haven't made up my mind exactly what format the videos are going to take. It's going to be day to day, sort of this is my life, or just sightseeing, but that'll sort of find its way as we go along. So that's it for this video. Now it's me, Molly and Buster, my 2 dogs, and the open road, and I'm so excited about the future and what's to come. Thanks for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please have a look at my previous videos. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and anyone watching, please hit the wee thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. So that's it for now. Until next time, bye for now.